Hey everybody, so we just dropped a engine out of this Buick Enclave here, and now Andrew is taking apart all the parts of the engine and whatnot, and so he would like to talk to you about oil changes because this is the engine and there's all kinds of ickiness on it, and that's my technical term for it. Andrew probably has a better way to say it.
Hey everybody. Yeah, this is, well, as Beth told you, this is the engine that, if you saw the previous video, this engine came out of the Buick. And as soon as I took off the valve covers, which are the pieces that seal the top of the motor, as you can see here, we've got a lot of, especially when you look at the cam caps here, we've got brown varnish and we've got some black stuff. That's the most obvious one right there. You can also see it on the camshaft. Same thing over here on this other side. We've got some areas that are brown and or black. And now we've got the timing cover off of here today. And again, same story. Down here on the oil pan surface, we've got a lot of brown varnish, and we've got some black deposits, and what that is, that's the beginning of oil sludge. Now, as far as sludge goes, this is pretty minor. In other words, if you go on Google or YouTube looking for engine sludge videos, you might see videos where you literally have gobs of it coming out of the motor. Obviously, we're nowhere close to that. So we're not concerned here about sludge particles, blocking oil passages and interfering with oil pressure and such. But the problem with this is when you see all of this brown varnish and these little black particles, that's what you see when oil stops being oil, so to speak. It's being run past its usable lifespan and it's breaking down chemically. And oil is critical to, in this case, like in a timing chain motor, oil is critical to lubricating the chain because you've got a metal chain on metal sprockets here. You've got the metal chain running on these guides here. You've got the tensioners here. You don't want those to start sticking. And part of what's sad about this, as we alluded to in the other video, this particular engine, General Motors 3.6, is notorious for timing chain problems to begin with. Some of that may be due to manufacturing problems, and some of it is honestly probably due to people not running the right oil in the motor, which is a whole another subject of itself, and or not having the oil changed on time. Now, in fairness, General Motors did publish an update for the computer that controls the engine, and that there were some scenarios where the oil life monitor, in other words, the car tells you to change the oil. There were some cases where the monitor wasn't correctly programmed and would not tell you to change the oil soon enough. And there was an update for the engine computer to address that. But outside of all that, just speaking about motors in general, again, this is a subject for another time, but it's crucial that the right oil goes in the motor. And that's not as simple as you might think. But the right oil is very important. Changing it on time is very important. Using good quality oil filters that are both efficient and have enough capacity to store debris is very important. Again, some motors are cheaper to work on than others. This one is one of the more expensive ones because access is not very good and a lot of things require that the motor comes out of the vehicle. But you don't want to invest your money in a car, whether it's a new car or a used car, and then make mistakes in an area as simple, so to speak, as oil changes. Modern engines run very tight tolerances. The oil is very important to keep things properly lubricated. There are a lot of modern motors, if you take good care of them, you may well see 300,000 miles out of them. And we would suggest that buying a great car and running it 300,000 miles, or buying a used car and putting 200,000 miles on it, that might be a lot cheaper for you in the long run than replacing your car every 100 or 150,000 miles or so. I hope this is helpful. We don't often, we have got the motor out of the car and we have a chance to show you what these parts look like. So we want to take that opportunity. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to us through email, Facebook, Google+, whatever suits you. Right?
Yep, and so that's from me, the mechanic's wife, and the mechanic.